It looks like we're about ready to get started. I say good afternoon to you and welcome you to this church. We're glad to have you here, and we're glad to have your music here, and glad to have you here listening to this music. Redeemer is very full, has a very full music program, and we have services at 8 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, and at 10:30 every Sunday, and then either a luncheon and a service at 1 o'clock or a dinner and service at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays in Lent. So there are lots of opportunities to come here and hear some of the beautiful music that we provide for ourselves. We're glad to have you here today, and I'm going to turn this now over to Bea Wassenberg, who is our immediate past president. She is going to take over some duties and introduce the program.
Welcome from the Birmingham Musicale, and thank you for coming on such a beautiful day. We have a wonderful program set for you today. I am speaking on behalf of our president, Bonnie Brooks. She could not be here today. We're going to be celebrating our women in music, and we have Lillian Dean as our chairman of the day, and I invite her to please give us some words on what the program will hold today.
Thank you, Bea, and thank you all for joining us. So March is Women's Month, as you know, but what we're so happy about today, if you will, is that we have a number of women composers on the program, which I'd just like to highlight for you, and then Bea, as our narrator today, will walk us through as we proceed with the program. But if you take your pink sheet, you can see the names. And I'm mentioning them by name because women need to be heard. Women's compositions need to be heard. It was about 9 months ago, I had the opportunity to say hello to Joan Tower at a Great Lakes Chamber Music concert event. And I went up to her afterwards. I said, Ms. Tower, what has it been like for you as a woman composer? And of course, her compositions are being performed by the Detroit Symphony and all over the world. And she said, it has not been easy. So, okay, looking back in time, we're going to be starting with Ethel Smythe and the March of the Women, which Bea will lead us through. If you look at the dates that we put on the program, you know, that's women's suffrage. And then we bounce up to Alexandra Molnar Sahaya. She is a contemporary woman composing in Alexandria, Virginia, actually Fairfax County, born in 1975. So she's with us today, of course. Clara Schumann, you'll hear our lovely trio, piano trio. Then we're moving to Florence Price, who you probably know about, and Elaine Fine, another living composer who deserves to be heard. And our own Doris Hall, where's Doris? She's here somewhere, our wonderful pianist. Doris has arranged the Pavane by Gabriel Fauré for us. And then there are a couple pieces that are not women composers, and we'll let Bea introduce them so you know. But just a final note on Carmen, because we're going to end the program with Carmen. I discovered last night that Carmen by Georges Bizet was actually named after a book and a real person. Aroma, really inspired by a real person who was fierce and independent, just like Carmen is, as we conclude the program. So we thank you for coming, and thank you especially to Bea Wassenberg.
Our Windscape Trio will perform March of the Women. It is a song composed by Ethel Smythe in 1910, widely known as the anthem of the women's suffrage movement throughout the United Kingdom and the United States. It has been described as both a hymn and a call to battle. Women activists sang it at rallies, in prison, during hunger strikes, and more. They sang this and other patriotic songs when they were forbidden by officials to speak out. In celebration of Women's Month and the amazing achievements of women in music, please join us. The words you will find in the back of your program. Special thanks to Walter Dean for locating the piece at the Library of Congress and transcribing it for Wind Trio. Our trio will first play through a little bit of it so you can hear the melody. Okay. Shout, shout, up with your song, fly with the wind, for the dawn is breaking. March, march, swing you along. Wind blows our banner and hope is waking. Song with its story, dreams with their glory. Lo, they call and glad is their word. Loud and louder it swells. Thunder of freedom, the voice of the Lord. Life, strife, these two are one. Not can ye win, but by faith and daring. On that ye have done. Not for the work of today preparing. Firm in reliance, laugh a defiance. Love in hope, the shore is the end. March, march, many are on, shoulder to shoulder and friend to friend. Next will be the Celtic tunes. Turlough O'Carolan was born in 1670 in a small village in Ireland. He was blinded by smallpox at the age of 18. Fortunately, a family friend, Mrs. McDermott Rowe, helped him learn the Irish harp so that he could earn a living. She then provided him with a horse and a guide. In addition to his skills on the Irish harp, O'Carolan was a composer and singer, and is considered by some to be Ireland's national composer. He wrote over 200 songs, many of which are performed today. O'Carolan spent his life traveling around Ireland singing, playing, and composing hundreds of tunes performed in the homes of his friends and patrons. The Windscape Trio will play 3 tunes arranged by Peter Simpson. All of the movements are named for his patrons. The third selection is a planxie, that is a special melody written in triplets, but slower than a jig. Next, our trio will play Hymns of Late Summer. Alexandra Mohar Suhaida was a 51-year-old musician and composer based in Northern Virginia. She attended George Mason University and as a flutist received the Most Outstanding Musician Award in 1998. She now teaches flute, performs in professional ensembles, and composes wind chamber music. Many of her compositions are for ensembles with flutes. Molnar Suhaida's piece, Hymns of Late Summer, is a composition of 4 contrasting stories, ranging from relaxed to pastoral, playful, and spirited. The Windscape Trio will play the Abade movement, which is a relaxed piece evoking dawn, and the ballata music, which is a playful dance. Clara Schumann was a German pianist, composer, and teacher. She toured Europe from a very young age, dazzling audiences with her virtuosic skills. She was a prolific composer of solo piano pieces, chamber music, choral pieces, and more. The piano trio in G minor, opus 17, was composed in 1846 and is considered her greatest and most mature chamber music composition. Clara Schumann wrote in her diary about the piece following the first rehearsal with a violinist and cellist. "There is nothing greater than the joy of composing something oneself and then listening to it." The Terravoce Trio will perform movement number 1, Allegro Moderato. Florence Price was an African-American pianist, organist, music teacher, and composer. Over her lifetime, she composed over 300 pieces, including 4 symphonies, 4 concertos, and many choral works and chamber works. She achieved a level of renown that defied all expectations for an African-American woman in her day. Price was born in Little Rock, Arkansas in 1887. She gave her first piano performance at the age of 4, and her first composition was published at the age of 11. In 1906, she graduated with honors from the New England Conservatory of Music in Boston. Price married in 1912, moved to Chicago to escape racial violence, and she continued to study music. But in Chicago, she endured personal hardships, including financial struggles and abuse from her husband, whom she divorced at the age of 44. To make ends meet, she worked as an organist for silent films. Despite these setbacks, Florence Price was recognized as a skilled composer, and she was inducted into the American Society of Composers in 1940. Florence composed music for flute, clarinet, and piano in 1953, near the end of her life. However, except for a few fragments, the piece was lost for nearly 80 years. In 2023, the complete original score was found in the Chicago apartment that had been previously owned by the clarinetist who worked with Price. Moods was donated to the University of Arkansas Libraries, and it has now been published. Terravoce will perform the first movement of Moods, with the flute part performed by violin. Elaine Fine is an American composer, musician, and writer based in Charleston, Illinois. Educated at the Juilliard Music and the Eastern Illinois University, she is an active as a composer on violin, viola d'amore, and recorders. In 2005, Elaine Fine switched her focus from music performance to music composition. She now has written over 200 pieces of chamber music, 3 operas, and numerous arrangements for the International Music Company in New York. Goldman Fantasy is an instrumental adaptation of some of the music from her opera Emma, written in 2005. The opera is based on the play by Howard Zinn, which features Emma Goldman. Emma Goldman was an activist and writer, focusing on politics and women's rights. You will hear a sense of forward-moving energy in this piece, written for quartet. Gabriel Fauré was a French composer, organist, pianist, and teacher. He was one of the foremost French composers of his generation, and his musical style influenced many 20th century composers. His major works include songs and song cycles, piano music including the Dali Suite, Pélias and Melisande, and the famous Requiem. In 1908, he wrote to his son, "For me, music exists to elevate us as far as possible above everyday existence." The Pavane in F sharp minor, opus 50, was written in 1887 for piano and was later transcribed for orchestra and chorus. Doris Hall arranged the piece for the Terravoce Ensemble. The opera Carmen, written by Georges Bizet, was first performed in Paris in 1875. Carmen is a dramatic tale of love, jealousy, and tragedy. It tells the story of a hopeless soldier, Don Jose, who is seduced by Carmen, a fiery woman with an appetite for smuggling. Georges Bizet died in 1875 of a massive heart attack at the young age of 36. He died just 3 months after Carmen's premiere, and he never knew that it would become one of the most popular operas of all time. The Terravoce Ensemble will play 3 familiar selections from Carmen.